So I'm just recording it as it comes. And I just been, yeah, I'm crying because I'm overwhelmed in this twin flame journey. I'm overwhelmed. I was just reading up a little bit about the twin flame journey, and I feel like honored, and I know that my twin flame has been on this path longer than I have. He knew before I knew. And I feel like he's been guiding me at like, I want to say at his own expense, or with putting like unconditional love. But in such a way that I know that I can feel like the depths and the toll that it would have had to have taken on him. And self-sacrifice for the better good, for the better good of us, for the better good of the example that we set, for the better good of me, for the better good of the reunion, for the better good of the world. And I just see the self-sacrifice and the waiting for me to get my act together, for me to, and not that I have any kind of self-blame either, because you can only do this at the pace you can do this. There's so much to understand and so much to take on that you're only capable of taking on in little bites. You know, you can't grasp it all. It has to gradually resonate because it's so vast. And then I'm also overwhelmed with like gratitude. Understanding the enormity, like how enormous, and the meaning of what it means, even to have this experience, it feels like being chosen. At the same time, you know, it feels like something that somehow in the background I knew was there all the time. I always knew it was there. But it was like something under the surface that never came out, that is incomprehensible. It's like you know it's there, but it's asleep. It's under everything. And when it comes out, it's like, oh, obvious, but and I'm still waking up. there's still fog. I can see fog, but it's like the fog is clearing, like the fog is just like going, because when you allow to let go, it just all lets go at once. It's just like ego's out the door. And with this understanding, there's a purpose for all of this, and the purpose is bigger than me and bigger than the twin flame connection, which all the internet is about. And it's all, oh, the connection, but it's bigger than that. This is frankincense. I'm burning frankincense on. Frankincense purifies. It's a stone that I found. It's from Beselit. It's like volcanic. It's a flat top, so I just feel like honored, and at the same time it's like, okay, so what do I do with all this? And then I realized that I've been guided till now. I mean, divinely guided by my twin flame. I've been guided, and every time something new opens up to me, you see the smoke coming. Every time something new opens up to me, and I'm like, oh no, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? The knowing just comes in and it resonates. But this is big. This is big. I know that we were sent on this journey. It's not, it's an individual journey, but it's for a higher purpose. And what is that higher purpose? And then to know, I know that it's for a higher purpose. I'm gonna move that away. And that there is like something that we have come to accomplish together. And first of all, I feel so blessed that I have the partner that I have. Is that I trust him. I trust him completely. I have faith in him. And I see his greatness. And I feel like he's there when he's there. He's present. And he's willing to do willing to do it. And I feel like he's been guiding me, and I feel like he's been guiding me far longer than he lets on, also in the 3D. There's a lot more than meets the eye, that I know. I don't know, this journey is, I'm like overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed and honored, like, whoa. And I feel like the connection is at the God level. So when I allow myself, or when I am fully realized into my connection with God, and allowing God to flow through me, then that is the point of connection also with my twin flame. It's a God connection, because we're coming from the same source, and the source is of God. So I feel like that able for us to fully connect, the simplest route is first of all fixing myself, which basically just means going to righteousness, being right, righting myself. So being righteous, and being righteous is more than just, more than you would think, because we are all caught up in ways of believing that are all twisty. They're not really God consciousness. They're not really righteous. The way that the world believes that you should be, or the consensus, mainstream consensus, is not truly righteousness. Many people, including myself, could think that we're right in certain ways, and then you realize, oh, I've been wrong all along. That's not, even if the majority of people believe something to be right, it doesn't mean that it's right by God, or by nature, or by whatever you want to call it, by the one, by the consciousness, by the divine. It doesn't matter what you call it. The universe, by nature. When you right yourself by nature, then you become righteous. And then you have to, in this twin flame path, you have to become righteous in order to connect to the other one. And the easiest way is just to connect to God. Connect to God consciousness. And then you're there. It's as simple as that. So you don't have to look to connect to your twin flame. You look to connect to God. And then, of course, you do have a partner in this. The partner also has to look to connect to God and right himself and become righteous in himself. Which is, it's a two-parted thing. Oh, I'm really smoking up. Frankincense was one of the incense that was burned perpetually in the Bet HaMikdash, in the temple. And it's known for its purifying. Which is so funny, because before I even realized or even thought that I was this path, or even knew what this path was, I didn't even know what twin flame was before I was on the path. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? And I start searching, and then I found the information, but I had never heard of it before. Things are coming to me like this way. It's not like I was like, oh, twin flame, oh, maybe I have that. Oh, what is that? That was a dorky thing to say. Oh, what I was going to say about the incense is that it's strange how I was always pulled to these kinds of things. So for a different video. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop this.